people, welcome to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to talk about a picture. A very powerful picture. I saw it on the Jamaica Star website. You can go check it out for yourself. The title of the article is Murdered Sisters and Grandmother Laid to Rest. Now, surely you haven't forgotten. The story from Trial Heights, right, happened on Sunday, November 22nd, where a group of savages went into a house, right. They didn't just execute a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old, but also an 81-year-old woman. And one of the little girls, them actually run her down, catch her, and shoot her. Murder most foul. But why am I talking about a picture? Well, you see, there are two pictures on the Jamaica Star website from the funeral. Right, they were recently laid to rest. The first picture is powerful in itself. It's actually a little boy. Right, the caption says, "A little boy watches as the bodies of sisters Christina and Michelle, right, are placed inside the funeral coach." And if you look at the little boy, you can see total confusion. Total confusion. That picture is powerful as well, right? Because Pickney knows say them shouldn't have to Pickney in them circumstances. Pickney knows say Pickney at that age, no fear going in a grave, not from no gunshot. But the real image I'm want to focus on is an image of Christopher McFarlane, the father of Christina and Michelle, right, and the son of Iselin McFarlane. And on the Jamaica Star website, you can see that he's surrounded by 3 caskets, and him lie down in the middle of all 3. His mother to the left and his daughters on the other side. This man, when you look at the picture, you know what them say? A picture says 1,000 words. Well, a picture says 10,000. See, normally, when it comes on to funeral business, the men are normally a bit more composed, at least they try to be, right? And the women tend to weep freely because there's no real social stigma around women crying. But surely nobody expects a man who just lost not just his mother, but his 2 daughters at the same time to stand up strong on them foot. The pain of losing a mother is enough to bring enough people to their knees. Just your mother alone. The pain of losing your mother and one of your partner them at the same time is enough to make enough people go insane. Now imagine this man lost his mother and not 1 but 2 daughters at the same time. The fact that him still in his right mind and can even wake up and put on clothes is fascinating. It's fascinating because enough people that mother already. Enough people with a mother already. When I see this man laying down on the ground, trying to clutch, right, trying to hold on to the last moment he's going to physically have his children, right, him 2 daughters them, and his mother in his presence. I want the people of Jamaica, yard and abroad, to understand something. This picture is what you hear me talk about the real face of crime and violence. This is what badness do to people. It make big man lie down on the ground and can't move. Crime and violence make grown men throw themselves on the ground and can't get up. The only time you see this behavior is from little pitney, when they're throwing some kind of tantrum because they want something or whatever. But here you have a grown man sprawled out on the ground, devastated. The picture said 10,000 words. And you know what? I'm glad them take the picture. Because you know enough time people say, oh, why them bother? No, them need to take the picture. There is a story, right, coming out of America. Back in the day, there was a young man by the name of Emmett Till, right? And you can go do your own research, but basically he was accused, right, of, a woman, them time there, racial segregation and everything there. Right? A white woman accused him of something, and the LI accused them, mash up the youth, right? Mash up him face, disfigure him. Right? You can go read the story. It's kind of grimy, me don't even want to go into certain details because I know YouTube things there already. Right, but based on what them do the young man, it was a gruesome sight. But when it was time for his funeral, his mother tell him, no, don't close the casket. Don't close the casket. Open the casket so the whole world can see what them do to Emmett Till. Because sometimes you need to shock people to make them wake up. And they have not listen to me. This whole heap of cover down culture. No man, just cover down because we don't need to shock people sometimes. Make people see the real face. It's like how Emmett Till case they show the real face of racism in America. At the same way, this man on the ground, Christopher McFarlane, I show the real face, crime and violence and badness. In Jamaica, people have glorified that culture and go like say are nothing for proud about. Your favorite entertainers them joke about things like this. Kill boy and make family at funeral a ball seat. Make big man have to lie down on the ground and can't move. And for what? For what? Obviously, a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old never do nothing. For end up in a casket. We know an 81-year-old woman never do nothing. End up in a casket. Not even the father himself do nothing. End up in a casket. That's probably the roughest part of the story, Every time I think about it, it upsets my spirit. It's not even the father that have a problem with, A relative in a fiend bang around. Something for you to stay over. Can you imagine? You live in a house with no family members and you say, oh, your nephew will come by. Right. My cousin will come by. Oh, your auntie will come by. And you say, oh, alright, cool. Because you're not taking on to it. You don't know what people do. You don't know what people do. So they don't think twice about it. So you say, oh, you say, alright, cool, my nephew will come, my niece will come, cousin will come, whatever. Right. And next thing, man, coming in your house. For the said relative and can't find him. And instead turn the gun by your mother and your two people them. The fact that he's still seeing is testament to his strength. I've seen people lose them pet and nearly mad. Much less your mother and your two daughters them one time. But this is not unique to Christopher McFarlane. Well, it's unique in the sense of, how many loved ones him lose at once. But all over Jamaica, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, we have to go through this. We're hearing stories like this. And the boy them do this, them still on road, Right. The perpetrators, them still on road. And somebody know who. Somebody know who. somebody protect them. Somebody hide them. Your favorite kerosene. After the boy them put a 81-year-old woman on her knees, right, and shoot her in her face. Close range. Just know say them probably go home, go take off the shirt and hand it with some kerosene and she wash it out and hang it out on the line. And then two of them sit down and watch show the next day like nothing happened. So they will ask the question, where you go? I cannot believe in Jamaica a group of black youths put an 81-year-old black woman on her knees and do that to her and then run down a 6-year-old little black girl and take her life. When I tell you Jamaican lives don't matter, when I tell you I don't want you to know that fake woke nonsense, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's a trend. People just want to sound cool. Day to day, we can see say, I'm not check for the Jamaican lives. I'm not check for the black lives. Stop the foolishness. I don't believe you. As far as I'm concerned, enough of these youths belong in the same category, right, as the Klansman. Not the gang in Jamaica, but the clans them in America, right, and various extremist groups all over the world, whether current or historically. The same group of people to me now. Not because we have the same skin color. As the saying goes, not all skin folk is skin folk. See, if so many Jamaicans weren't busy trying to be fake woke and jump on popular trends with them see, right, a foreigner in them place, they would tell you, say them afraid of their fellow countrymen more than them afraid of anybody from Germany or southern Texas or Italy or in them place. If they were honest, they will tell you that. They will tell you that when they walk through Ohio or Connecticut or they walk through Zurich in Switzerland, them not fret. Like when they walk through downtown Kingston. But that's another conversation. So the reason why I keep stressing the real face of badness is because I don't think enough Jamaicans truly understand. Enough people who back the acidity, them never really see to them doorstep yet, you know. I want everyone to know that. Enough people want to see. The people they want to see run come over here and go on the most. Left my favorite criminal alone. Left my favorite criminal entertainer alone. You're an informer. Them people, the first time for them loved one, them a duff cut. The same people them reaching at my DM. So I don't have time to argue with an LIQ. I waste of time that. Trying to debate a LIQ is like trying to debate a donkey. No matter how much reasoning and logic you present to the donkey, all the donkey are going to do is look upon you and say, hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw. And no matter how you counter it with sense, all the donkey can do is say hee-haw, hee-haw, louder and louder till eventually you realize you can't get through to a donkey and you walk off and you know what the donkey thinks him win. That's why you don't debate LIQs. So even though it appears that LIQs are up by 50 points in the fourth quarter, right, and I know to well-thinking Jamaicans it appears that all is lost, I want people to understand something. Even if Jamaicans who want to see the country become a better place, who are against criminals and criminality, regardless of the octanes, even though it may appear those people are in the minority, because it certainly appears that way, understand something. That can still be enough. Even if only 20%, 30% of the population have the kind of art and mindset where Jamaica needs to be better, that can still be enough. History has shown time and time again that the minority is truly who change a nation. Look at some of the biggest events that changed the course of history, turn entire nations upon them head. End this and liberate that. You will see one thing, you'll notice is a small movement, it's a small group of people, sometimes even one man or even one woman. So, no matter the facts that LIQs are the loudest and them quite possibly are the majority, don't worry on yourself. Let me say, all this not lost for Jamaica, even though it appears that way. They might be up by 40 points at the fourth quarter. But the game not done. The game not done because we refuse to make them finish off what's left of Jamaica. That's why all me can do is smile and me say, Simba Simon come over. You're an informer, you're a nerd. That's a compliment to me. I tell people that all the time. Me no want a title and a bad man. You can't keep that. I'm telling you all the time about this nerd thing. The world is run by nerds. Listen, Mr. LIQ. Every piece of clothes we have for you, the man who own that company is a nerd. Every video game you play, the phone in your pocket, the car where you drive. People who make them and sell them to you, them a nerd. Look at every world leader, you've never seen none of them with them pants hanging off of them waist. Right. You've never seen them with a kerchief tied up around them head. You've never seen them a walk and a tough out them face. The people who run the world are nerds. So when you call me nerd, that's a compliment. I wish I was a nerd. You see your favorite artists, your favorite entertainers, whether local or abroad. You see the people who own the record companies with them signed to and a milk out most of your favorite artists' money, them are nerd too. You see your favorite artist who you think him have money, he nah none, but he not tell you that. He not tell you say, after the record execs them take what them be take on royalties and publishing, him not have nothing when he done. All him have a tool who could chain on him neck to make you think them have something. Right, now the record execs them make the real money. And guess them are what? Them a nerd. Complete nerds. But that's for another day as well. There are some people go look on the picture on the Star website. Let me say, nothing me can see in another video can convey a more powerful message than at least what my eyes pick up, right? When I looked at the image. It's very powerful. Mr. McFarlane, obviously there's nothing for me can say ever comfort, right, and make you feel any better. I don't know them to time heal everything, we'll see. But some people understand, especially the man them, there's nothing wrong with grieving publicly. If you're pitting them, and you lose a pitting them like this, lose a mother like this. And I'm for watching the face and worry about no ego and a tough guy now. Man supposed to can mourn how them want mourn and deal with pain how them want deal with it. I don't know. Murder most foul, as the DPP would I say. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know. More life. Ultra squad, stay circling. Bless.